Now you're not going to see everything close up, but I hope you just get the point of what all is happening, because I've got to shove everything back up in the box. Here's my little adapter piece. Boy, those things are kind of loose inside that backing bit, but I think they're okay because I didn't jerk on them or anything. Once I get everything hooked up and turn the smoke alarms back on, I'll have to double check everything. Okay, so I'm going to take the red. I'm going to take the red and I'm going to hook that up. The two reds that were coming out of the box to the red here. Okay, and I can just kind of turn it however I need to hold them all up there. And I stripped them back just ever so slightly so that everything will go up in there, all right? Okay, and I'm going to get it as tight as I can. Okay, then I'm going to kind of pull on things and make sure everything's on there, because sometimes the stranded wire has a tendency to want to come loose sometimes. Okay, so now I'm going to have to kind of finagle stuff up in there, and maybe before I do that I should hook up these other ones. Maybe I'll just hook everything up down here first. And even though the power's off, I still try to be careful, just on the off chance something goes haywire. It shouldn't. Okay. And with the reds, I stripped the wires back just a hair further. Because I got 4 wires going in there, and hang on to it. Now, see, if I had the little tab one, I could do it tighter. But what I do at that point is I'll take my pliers and just give it a little twizzle here, and maybe this way. Let's see here. Hang on to it and turn it just a little bit if I can. Okay. Pull on it, make sure it's up in there. Okay. Now I got to do the whites, and as I do it, I'm having to think how I'm going to push everything back up in the box. I'll push the whites up last, let's say. So I got enough room for everything else to kind of mosey back in there. Okay. And I wonder if I should cut that one off just a hair. It just seems like it's a hair too long. Now I've got to re-strip that one. And on your strippers, you've got different marks on there for 12 gauge wire, 10 gauge wire, 14 gauge wire, and so forth, 16. Okay. Now, I've got the red wire nut here. Got to shimmy that up in there. And I'm kind of trying to hold on to the stranded wire too. And let's see if I can't give it a little. It's easier when it's in a box on the wall instead of up on the ceiling. A little bit trickier here. I'm not twisting it very much. Some guys frown upon doing that. Hey, that'll break the inside or snap it off or whatever. Okay, so now I've got to get these wires back up in there. Okay, in such a fashion to where I can get the adapter pushed up tight in the middle. Okay, I'm just gonna rearrange things, and I have to see where the wire nuts are up in there. I try to keep my hands off of the ceiling as best I can, or your grubby fingers are going to get on there. Right. Okay. Like that. And this is going to come right into the middle like that, see? Like that. Look at that. Okay. Whew. Every little thing on this job, you think, man, if that's the hardest part of it. And then you do the next bit, and you think, that's the hardest part of it. And there's never one bit that I love more than the next. It's just, once I get done with each thing, it's like, I'm glad that's over with, I'm glad that's over with, I'm glad that's over with. Okay, so now it's about putting that little cover on there, okay? That's the next step. Okay, so now here's the cover, and there's something very interesting for you to know, okay? And I can see this one was the one that's broken, and you can put your mounting screws up first. Then you use the bigger holes to fit right over the screw, okay? When you're up there. And see, there's bigger one here, and you might think, okay, it's for 2 different size boxes. No, it's for 3 different size boxes. Because this one here, if you slide it this way, you're going to attach to these 2 screws. If you slide it this way, you're going to attach to these 2 screws. These 2 screws are different measurement apart than those. And same with that. Now this one is the one that's broken. And see, it kind of snapped off towards the back. And I'm gonna think about seeing if I can get if I have some sort of washer to put on here on the screw head, let's say, and see if I can make that better. And it's pushed up a little bit higher than flush, and usually I'll just use 1 1/4 drywall screws because the threads work good into that plastic. And I got some 1 5/8 drywall screws, and I might end up using those because they're a little bit longer. Now these little short ones would work, but I'm barely going to get it up there, and I'm not going to concern myself too much. I think I'll use the 1 5/8 though, but I'm not going to concern myself too much as long as I get this pretty good. This is just the mounting bracket, okay, and then it'll fit on there. I'm gonna be replacing these. These smoke alarms were called 10-year lithium battery backup, and I got those. And let's see what the date was that I installed it. October 30, 2018. So in a sense, these are good for another 4 years. Okay, and sometimes they last 10 years, sometimes they might only last they might only last 9 years. Okay, so, and sometimes you can look on the back and see how old they are. And this one, I happen to see a number, it says 2018, but that's when I installed it, 2018. Okay, so yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Date of install 10/30/18, and then replaced by October 2028. Now I put that. Sometimes they don't have that. Sometimes they only have date of install. If you put that on there, and if you happen to forget then you just look up there, okay, when do I need to replace those? Because these are designed to last for 10 years because they have a lithium battery backup that's included in here. You cannot replace it. And once it goes off, it goes off. You have to replace it. And sometimes they last 10 years. I put one up for a friend of mine, and hers just went off, and she looked at it, and it was 8.5 years old. And so it's like, hey, it's supposed to last for 10 years. Now, if you have your receipt and you know which store you bought it from, you can go back to the store and you can say, hey, it only lasted 8.5 years. They might give you a new one, or they might say, oh, you have to contact the company. Here's their address. Send your receipt. Explain to them what's going on, and you might get a new replaceable unit that way. You know, if it's 8.5 years, I wouldn't go through all that. I might just say, forget it, I'll just go buy a new one. Okay, now if you don't have this date, you can look on the inside, and that's what I was showing you. This says 2018 March 09, and see, they had it set on their shelf from March to October, because I didn't get it until October, and I installed it right after I got it. So there you go. You always look on the back and you'll see it, and then you'll be able to tell. Now, not all smoke alarms last for 10 years. You have to look at it and see. And if you have a battery one with 9-volt alkaline batteries, and you're like, I just replace the battery every year or once it starts chirping, and I've had it for 20 years. Well, you know what? Technically, I think the manufacturers say you have to replace your smoke alarm every 10 years. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're only designed to last 10 years, but if they last longer, and if you have a fire, and if for some reason something happens, somebody dies in the fire, they're sleeping and they get smoke in them, and when your insurance company comes out there, your insurance company may look at your smoke alarms and say, hey, you know what? These are outdated. And now we're not going to cover your fire. Your house just burned down. We're not covering it. That is, if they can find the smoke alarm, if it's not charred and beaten up and burned up in the process, or if they can't find any parts to it, they find the parts. They could probably tell which year it was built and stuff, and they might not cover your house. Okay. Now, I'm not 100% sure on that, and if you have a question, you can always contact a manufacturer, Kitty, a First Alert, wherever smoke alarms are. You can call their 800 number and you can ask them, hey, what if I have one of yours and it lasts 20 years? Is it still by law, and will my insurance company still cover it if I have a fire? And they're not going to come back to me and say, hey, your smoke alarm's outdated, or something like that. You could check on that, but that's been my theory on it is 10 years. And I read it somewhere where manufacturers say they're only designed for 10 years. Okay, so this particular one will last until it's supposed to last until 2028, and we're towards the end of 24. And so it should last another good 3 years or 3.5 years from now. So, you know, I'll see what I can do about this mounting, little mounting bracket area right there. And here's another thing. If you have an old mounting bracket, and if you're replacing like for like, you could save a mounting bracket. Sometimes, if the mounting bracket is the very same, I might just keep it and use it, but usually I'll say, nah, I'm going to put the brand new one up there. It came with the brand new one. I'm going to put the brand new one. And as for the little adapter, sometimes adapters are the very same, and you could use the same adapter. You could take everything, you could take the cover off, and if your adapter is the same, you might say, oh, I'm just going to use the same adapter. You could, but I would recommend replacing it. You never know, that adapter could be 25 years old. Why do I want to put that on a brand new smoke alarm? Go ahead and go the extra mile, put the new adapter up there. And like I say, not all adapters will fit like for like. So a few things to know about your smoke alarms.